Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Skarhall with Agatur, ready to continue the campaign for Gundabad with the next stage on our journey. But first, you might remember we got this quest a few episodes ago, but now it's the time to finally check what is this quest all about. So we're gonna add this to the tracker and see what this is. You have received a summons from Agatur the Boastful to join him at the fortress of Skarhall in Ered Mithrim. The Longbeard Dwarves have called for all their friends and allies to proceed to Skarhall as soon as they are able. The time to retake Gundabad is at hand. That's basically it. It's an introduction, a vector like many other quests we have already gotten, so let's see.
We are dwarves and the folk of Durin.
Beriathan, I am glad to see you. The march to Gundabad has begun. Many of us have set forth from Ered Mithrim with our paths taking us through Elderslade. All sights are on Gundabad. I knew that you, one of our greatest allies, would march by our side. When you are ready, travel west to the Rashgate. I will meet you in Elderslade at Annak-khurfu. As you see here, we can enter Elderslade through the Rashgate to the south, and the Legacy of Durin storyline will bring you here from the south, but both storylines will converge at Annak-khurfu in here, and from that point on it will be much easier following both. The last remnant, I would say, of the choice the devs made for the mists, the Wells of Langflood. But yeah, after we're done with this, we'll finally be on one path once again. Now, we have already advanced the Legacy of Durin up until the beginning of chapter 3, I think it is. And we have already seen Durin moving forward to Elderslade. He has already told us about Annak-khurfu, what it is, and what to expect from it. We can still take a little refresher when we are ready in that location. But for the time being, yeah, we gotta right to the west, to the Rashgate. We'll finally enter Elderslade. We've been talking about this for so long now, but the time has come. And after Elderslade, well, we are now doing the content that was initially released with update 28, War of Three Peaks, which is really exciting and kind of surreal in a way as well, because I remember very distinctively when War of Three Peaks launched, I was doing the Misty Mountains. I was doing book 5 of volume 1, and that was a long time ago. But if you go back to those episodes in the Misty Mountains, if memory serves me right, and if you took a look at the chat window, you will see some people mentioning a War of Three Peaks, what to do, where to start it, and that kind of stuff. And it feels surreal, yeah, because I remember seeing those conversations on the chat and thinking, oh boy, when am I gonna reach that point in the game? At that time, it seemed so far away. I thought it would take me 3-4 years. I didn't know. But to be already here, I can barely believe it. If I'm honest with you. I'm very excited. This is one of the reasons why I'm very excited to get to Elderslade and War of Three Peaks. This will be my second time running through the area. And it was relatively not long ago, so I do remember a couple things that happened in there, but not all of them. And we have already seen that now that I'm replaying through many areas, I come to understand them a little bit more, appreciate them a little bit more when I see where we're going, some of the build up and anticipation created by the devs for it. And yeah, seeing a little bit better how all things are tied up together. So the game gets better on the second playthrough, and I would assume on the third one and the fourth one, you start catching up things that you missed before, especially if you're able to read some more books from Tolkien. We've seen already, even if the devs don't have the rights, they still manage to reference a couple things in their own way. We've seen this with Unfinished Tales and a little bit of the Silmarillion too, not too much, but they do that kind of stuff, and they know their lore and are able to reference this in the game in many different clever ways. So replaying the game, knowing where the story is going, but also knowing a little bit more about these books improves the experience a lot. That should go without saying. Anyway, here we are at long last. Elderslade, can you believe it? Here we are.
Glory awaits us.
Why, the great Warden comes to the Rush Gate. Humble Rusat is very happy to see you again. You have done so much for the Sheldrukka already. Now that you're here, Gundabad will certainly belong to the Sheldrukka once more. Oh, do not worry, other brave heroes are here too. I did not mean to put the weight of the entire march on your shoulders, my friend.
Out with it.
We march to Gundabad together. All of us who march, we are all the Gabil'akkâ, the great force. Are you on your way to Annak-khurfu? You must be, as the Rush Gate is but the start of the march. Could you do something for me on your way to Annak-khurfu, my friend? I want to lift the spirits of all those in the Gabil'akkâ. Let us raise banners along the path, as it is now under control of the Gabil'akkâ. Oh, and one more thing. Could you investigate the small encampment of Khadash-gâra for me? I am not sure what the dwarves are doing to keep themselves busy. Alright, I can also do that as well. And as you have seen, we got a new deed. Complete quests in Elderslade, 60 quests, because there are a lot of things to do. And you'll see, now that we're getting into this at long last.
What tales have you to tell?
Well met, Beriathan. I hope that your travels since Yarnfast have been prosperous. Yes, I have decided to leave the iron mines for once and help my kin who journey towards Gundabad. You see, digging the mines in Yarnfast is not that different from building a bridge. In fact, I build bridges over chasms in the mines all of the time. Indeed, I consider it an honor to oversee the building of these temporary bridges and put my skills to good use. Now that we are able to safely set foot in Elderslade, there is another matter that needs attending. The road ahead is dangerous, for landslides seem numerous around here. Would you be able to tend to the road and clear it of debris so that the path is once again safe for those who travel further west? If I had more time, I would investigate these landslides, for I believe something is causing them. Alright, a couple things in here. So, Foreman Brumbur, we met in Jarnfast, he has reminded us, and he built this bridge that we have just crossed, and in my opinion, this is a very clever way for the devs to address the way in which the game expands, because before this area was created, this bridge of course didn't exist. So it's really nice that they were able to integrate the construction of this bridge into the story, as that makes the world seem more believable. That on one hand. On the other hand, Foreman Brumbur is mentioning the earthquakes, the shakings that we've been experiencing. We were able to see a little bit of that in the Wells of Langflood, and we'll see a little bit more of this on Elderslade. What exactly are the devs building up to with these landslides and these shakings? I don't know. As far as I know, that has not been revealed yet, but it's there. They are teasing something, and soon enough we'll find out what it is. So here we have the banner of the Gabil'akkâ, the great force of the dwarves. The first one in our campaign. mountain claws, I think we can safely skip them for the time being. Yeah, we have this edible indigo leaf, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a crafting ingredient for cooks. But I'm not sure. I truly don't remember using those leaves for anything. Search the hill for the source of the rock slides. Yeah, that's what I thought. That hill, so full with cave claws, is asking for an investigation. There's gotta be something else in here. Oh! Of course, a cave. Makes sense. An active stone claw burrow twists through the hill. Chlorgrin. Chlorgrin, the massive network of stone claw tunnels and burrows, cracks the earth as the passages inside weave and twist throughout the hills. Within Chlorgrin, the stone claws are frenzied and disease-ridden. Dead stone claws line the tunnels ahead. If the corpses are not removed from Chlorgrin, it is possible that the rock slides will increase and the stone claws will become even more frenzied as the disease spreads. Chlorgrin, the massive network of stone claw tunnels and burrows, cracks the earth as the passages inside weave and twist through the hills. If the stone claws are not removed from Chlorgrin, it is possible that the entire hill will collapse, making it near impossible for anyone else to pass further west into Elderslade. And of course we cannot have that now that the dwarves are finally on the march. So, burn the deceased corpses. Oh, didn't see you there. Alright. Now, I don't remember too well what's inside this cave, but I'm hoping a treasure cache. Like with Scrapper's Claw back in the Floodfells. That was quick. Now we backtrack a little to continue with this, the nests and the corpses. Alright. This seems like an intricate system of tunnels. There's not a single path to follow. In fact, here we have another exit. Where will this leave us? And can we climb the top of the hill? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we go back inside. I mean, gotta explore all the tunnels. Okay, here's a corpse. Yeah. You see here that giant cave claw, which is very similar to the one we already saw at Mist Hollow. Maybe even possibly the same one, although that seems a little bit far-fetched, but well, if they are digging under the earth, I mean, a monster as big as this one can easily move from Scrapper's Claw to this place in a short amount of time. So who knows? Maybe it's the same one. I mean, for a long time, many players theorized that that giant cave claw would be the new raid boss. That never came to pass, but it sure seemed like it for a while. So who knows? Yeah, it's very intriguing what they are gonna do with this storyline of the cave claws, the burrows, shaking the earth, and everything else. You have successfully burned many of the deceased Stone-cloaked corpses found in Chlorgrain. The dwarves coming to Elderslade will thank you for your efforts. This disease that the Stone-claws struggle with is not natural, however. You wonder what else in Elderslade has been affected and defiled by the forces of Gundabad, and to what purpose. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, here we have another one. Okay. You have successfully cleared the road and put a halt to the rock slides that have been threatening all those who enter Elderslade. Tales of your deeds will surely reach Foreman Brumburg, who will certainly be pleased with your efforts. It concerns you, however, that the forces of Gundabad have done much to scar this secret landscape. And once again, we can also investigate that soon enough. Now, there seems to be another exit. Now, where will this one take us? How many entrances are there to Chlorgrain, I wonder? Is there any way of reaching the summit of this hill? Is there anything useful in there? I don't know. I want to finish exploring the cave from the inside before we worry about the outside. We still gotta find a couple more nests in here. Okay, here's one. I missed this one. Oh, another one in here. This is gonna be fast. You have successfully destroyed many of the Stone-claw burrows within Chlorgrain, forcing some of the Stone-claws to depart the unstable tunnels. The dwarves coming to Elderslade will thank you for your efforts. Cool. Now, I still have the feeling as if we missed something, but maybe not. Yeah, it's just that these tunnels are a little bit tricky, but you see, there's a treasure cache. I was right on that feeling. Let's see. Treasure Seeker of Elderslade. What do we have here? We gotta find 14 of these. Alright. Well, we got one already. That's what I was looking for. There was bound to be one cache inside this place. So glad we found it. Big question now is if there is a way for me to climb up high. Maybe we can find a dwarf marker on this hill. Who knows? We'll never know until we reach the top. Dragonkind Slayer of Elderslade. It seems that's what we're gonna find over here. Just dragons. Using there, the game took a long time to load, not even music. Yeah, that seems more likely. Ah, you see a dwarf marker, I told you so. Dwarf Sorbies in Elderslade, we gotta find 12 of them, okay. We gotta defeat 100 dragons. Double okay. Now, I don't think there will be another dwarf marker in here, but you never know. Yeah, take a look at that. A second one. Good. Yeah, because there are two different maps for Elderslade before and after the war, but as far as I remember, you can only find the dwarf markers on the pre-battle version. So I guess that means they will be a little bit easier to find, at least I hope so. Treasure caches, I'm not so sure if you can also find some of them on the after battle version, but we'll see soon enough, I guess. For the time being, we'll continue making our way to Annak-khurfu. Oh my god. Lots of dragons now. Carefully sticking to the road, planting the banners. Now, this waterfall that you see in here pours on Mist Hollow, and it's known as the Right Falls of Graylin. We already discovered that waterfall on our time in the Wells, but you can come in from here, and in fact, as far as I know, well, you can follow the waterfall, of course, and you will end up back in the Wells, and you will die. You try to do that, but you can do it if that is what you fancy. Anyway, banner number 3. Oh, somebody else in here. A home on the slate. Oh yeah. While traveling through Elderslade, you have caught a glimpse of a strange sight. There appears to be a small dwarf encampment in the Elderslade nestled in the foothills along the Grayling. None of your maps have such a location marked on them, and it appears to have been built much more recently than any of the ruins that remain in Elderslade. You should investigate the dwarf encampment and attempt to learn why these dwarves have settled in Elderslade and so near to Mount Gundabad. Alright, where is the camp? It's a little bit to the south. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. The dwarves at Khadash-gâra seem eager to talk to you. Ah, okay, this is the camp we needed to scout. One of the dwarves appeared to notice your approach. Nagli Want-kin. Okay, what's up with the name? Well now, what brings you to this late traveler? For my part, I am Nagli Want-kin, a free dwarf like all of the others who dwell here at Khadash-gâra. Come, let us talk. So what brings you here? You introduce yourself and tell Nagli what you can of Durin's quest to reclaim Mount Gundabad. This Durin fellow is quite welcome to Gundabad if he wishes it. I am quite happy where I am. My companions and I traveled north into Elderslade not long ago, hoping to make a new home for ourselves. We repaired the bridge from the Hollow, and shortly after that we made camp at this very spot. Gundabad may be lost, but here we can at least admire the memory of it from a distance, and we live in peace here. Peace and simplicity. Perhaps you should spend a day walking in our boots, Beriathan. You might just find it to your liking. What do you say? Sure. Why not? You see that oryx over there? That's Lapis. She's been with me ever since I set off on my own. One of my favorite parts of my day is giving Lapis a bath. Why don't you give it a try today instead? Fetch the bucket I left down by the grayling and bring it back here. Then just douse her with water. It's that simple. Oh, how many dwarves in here? I sense that a life so quaint is not your way, traveler. For my part, I find there is much joy to be found in simple tasks. Take setting traps, for instance. It is like an even easier, an even slower sort of fishing. Here, set these traps about outside Khadash-gâra. Perhaps you'll find something unexpected in the works. It seems Garlic is not fond of traps. It is a proud tradition among dwarves to craft gear works. Indeed, I have caught and set the most beautiful gemstones you can imagine, but never have I built a home I could call my own. That is what I wish to do here, Beriathan. My first essay into this new craft skill will be building a home of wood. I have seen countless branches lying about in this Elderslade, and if I cannot make something from them, well, I wouldn't be much of a dwarf now, would I? Find some thick branches for me and I will do the rest. Remove this one from the tracker. I must admit, this is the best place we've made camp so far. Nagli has truly outdone himself. Shelter from the chill air and the orcs, and in sight of such a beautiful river. What more could I ask for? Have you walked along the Grayling, Beriathan? It has proven a site of many interesting finds of late, at least for me. Here, why don't you take my pan and try your luck in its waters? Go on. Alrighty. So, yeah, we have some of these quests around the camp. Some of these quests to the north, others to the south. Let us get going. Now, these dwarves, they built this bridge. Okay, so the foreman Brumbur built a bridge from the Eretz Mithrim to the Elderslade, and these dwarves are the ones that built the bridge from Mist Hollow to Elderslade. Okay, I get it now. And that is the bridge where Durin, where we saw Durin for the last time before he went ahead to Annak-khurfu. That's where the legacy of Durin left us. So maybe we can go there to that bridge just for a quick refresher of what were we doing. But basically, well, we scouted Sundergrad. Durin asked about Imak and Benko. They seem to be trustworthy, and well, now that the campaign for Gundabad has begun, we are moving to one of the many dwarven outposts left in the hills of the Elderslade, and this one is called Annak-khurfu, the camp of returning, because the dwarves are coming back to their mountain home. Orc Slayer of the Elderslade. Okay, let me check that deed as well. We need 100 orcs. Alright. Well, we are already here. Might as well tell Rather we are done with the traps. You chose a few spots that I would not have, but all in all, you have done well. It is a relaxing pastime, is it not? Yeah, well, if you say so. Once again, Garlic is not too fond of it. I can't imagine any animal liking traps. And I've never have set up any traps myself. I much rather do the fighting. Alright, Dwarf Ruins of Elderslade, Harbeck Reach. We still needed this for Edith. Annak-khurfu, Sarkol, Zulun, Shakaladrat, Sudandan, Gralinvarth, the Gates of Gundabad. I think I remember most of those places. And here we have Durin, which I hope will give us a reminder of what we're doing right now with them.
Look for the war camp, my friend.
I commanded it be established within one of the abandoned keeps that dot the foothills of Elderslade, and it is likely to be found northwest of here. Yep, just like I told you. Another good place for the banner, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. And here we still gotta look for some of the branches. Oh, I didn't see you there, my bad. Plenty of branches in here, it seems. That's good. That's good. Now, you have found a suitable location to plant the grayling. Okay. Let us plant the grayling here. That's right. We gotta find a couple more locations for that quest. Plant the grayling in Elderslade. All the other locations are to the north. Just to be safe, let me pick up these branches first, because maybe you'll grab that bucket and then we'll need to go back to camp. We don't know, but I want to be sure so that I don't need to come back here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Carry the bucket of water to Lapis at Khadash-gâra. Not so far, really. That's good as well. Water cascades over Lapis and she shakes and snorts happily. Glad you're liking it, Lapis. It was a good call. Now I know it seems a bit crude, but trust me, she loves it. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of fun. Yeah, it was alright. Didn't see this orc. Now, gotta look for some more branches. Finding the railing. And it seems that's basically it, right? Oh, the branches. Let me try and get that one. Oh, another one here. That is the road to the Aided Mithrin, right? Looks so cool. Alright, northwest for the works. We're still gonna fight a couple of them, I guess. Yep. Work Slayer of Elderslade. For this one, we also need... Oh, well, we need 80. 80 points. That's even less than before. That's good. Another suitable location to plant the grayling. Yeah, right. Okay. We can try and go to the north. I mean, we missed one to the south, but we can get it on our way back, I hope. Gralingbarth. Okay. Another one for the Explorer did. That's good. Another suitable location. And how good it would be if we had a treasure cache, but no. We just gotta find another way down. Oopsie, that doesn't seem to be the way down. This one's gotta be. Alright. One of these has got to be the last final location. Yep. There we go. Alright, back to the dwarves now. Alright. Well, let's have a look at what you found. Gustav looks over your collection of small gemstones and pebbles. What a lucky day you've had. Ah, but every day ought to be lucky. Or ought to be like this, shouldn't it? That was it? Okay. Ah, very good. This will do nicely, Beriathan. You see, the size of my house matters little to me. It is that I can call it my own. Okay, well that's something I can relate with. Totally with you. So, what do you think? You respectfully answered Nagli's question, but insisted upon continuing your journey to Mount Gundabad. I see. Well, if it's not too much trouble, we'd like to see you off properly. Will you stay for us a bit longer? You will stay? Good. It is a tradition among us Want-kin, albeit a new one, to celebrate those that join our little company and those that departed. In this case, you will have done both. Now, it may not be as lavish as the celebrations you are accustomed to, but we know a bit about good food, good company, and the comfort of a warm fire. Let us make a few preparations and then the celebration shall begin. Yeah! I'm all up for it. Come along, Beriathan, there will be time enough for adventures tomorrow. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Bearing no banners of allegiance, a curious company of dwarves has made camp in Elderslade. Whether they prove to be friends or foes remains to be seen.
Alright, here we are here in the instance. This is actually the second time I do it because it bugged out on me the first time I tried, so hopefully this time it will go a little bit better, let us see. Thank you for staying for the night, Beriathan. You will not regret it. We've prepared a fine supper and it would be our honor to share it with you. I've prepared a place for you at the fire, come. Sure. Lead away. This way, Beriathan, yeah? Ah, it seems Lapis's supper made her quite tired. Let's not disturb her dreaming. Yeah, I wouldn't want that, actually. Garalif agrees with me, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Will you be joining us at the fire tonight, Storath? No, I've got no appetite tonight. I'm sorry to hear it, my friend. If you change your mind, we've more than enough for you. Nagli sits down beside the fire and gestures to a log. This one. This will do, yeah. But yeah, before You're too far from the log. Yeah, I know I'm too far from the log. I just want a picture of my new dwarf friends before I share a meal with them. If you don't mind. Yeah, that will do. Now, let us sit. And now we're all settled. Good. Beside the fire, plates of food have been prepared. I'd like to welcome Beriathan to our supper tonight and thank them for... Gaustav, you've already eaten everything on your plate. I was hungry, Nagli. What else was I to do? Well, I haven't had anything yet. And neither have I. Thank you, my friends. At least you can share a supper with us. Now then, let's eat. The Want-kin begin their supper, and you should too. Alrighty then. It is hard to imagine a finer meal prepared in the wilds of Elderslade. Finished, are you? Might I have a word, Beriathan? Sure. What do you need? While you're standing, could you fetch some more wood for the fire? It's just over there, but do try to be quiet. Lapis doesn't like to be startled in her sleep. Alright, so yeah, this is how it bugged out on me. Last time the wood was not interactable, so I was just stuck in it, running around looking for it. It's so simple in hindsight, but well, there we go. As the wood crackles, the fire's warmth can be felt throughout Khadash-gâra. Ah, that warms my bones. Thank you for fetching that firewood, Beriathan. It is true enough that you've come to aid Durin in his quest, but what else brought you here to the Slade? Where have your past adventures led you? I know my companions and I are eager to hear more about you. What do you say? What do you say, Beriathan? Well, Garalif is eager to tell our story as well, so let me tell you all about it. Tell us tales of your adventures, won't you? Alright, no. We only do the emote. I kinda... Well, I do like the quests in which you choose which story to tell, but this isn't one of them. The Want-kin listen closely to your tales of adventure. Fascinating, Beriathan. There is still so much of the world for us to see. Yes, that was quite a tale. It is hard to believe we traveled so free of conflict with all that was going on. You have walked the Black Land and lived to tell the tale. Now that's impressive. Nonsense. Oh? And what do you mean by that, Storath? I've heard more than enough talk of battle, hardship, and tragedy. Your hollow glories do not impress me, Beriathan. Only trouble follows in your wake. I would say I follow trouble, but... What is the meaning of this, Torath? Beriathan does not deserve this rudeness. Beriathan has brought war to the Slade. All that we hope to leave behind has found us again. Oh, Storath, I don't think you believe that. It is true that we left our lands of old in search of peace and new beginnings, but others are not so fortunate. If not for folk like Beriathan, what would become of those in need? You tell him. Whether or not we choose to involve ourselves in the battles of our time, they still must be fought. Bah! Stoddard scoffs and wanders off to his bedroll. Do not let Stoddard's words bother you, Beriathan. I think perhaps the elf has gone to his head. I know the others and I were glad to hear your tales of adventure. I have a feeling we've not even heard the half of it, but that's enough for one night. It was a fine evening, and I am glad to have shared it with you. It's late. Your adventures with Durin can wait until morning, I think. Come, I've prepared a bedroll for you. It has been a long day, Beriathan. Let us take our rest. Yeah, as you can see here, there's a new day in Khadash-gâra, so at least the bug helped us to make it seem like a day has passed indeed. Well, it has passed for me. Anyway, it has been a delight having you among us. I only regret that you could not stay for longer. Well, who knows, maybe when everything is settled down, we might be able to do something together? I don't know. Indeed, but that is only a wishful thought. You have a duty to Durin and his army to see this march to its end, and I would not have you break an oath on my account. Most of the dwarves I have seen pass through the Slade have mastered at Annak-khurfu. I overheard one of them speak the name Glowing. Is this name known to you? You tell Nagli that Glowing is an old friend and a commander of the army passing through Elderslade. It is there you must go then, to Glowing and your allies. Beware the dangers that lie beyond our little encampment, Beriathan. May good fortune be with you. Alright, so finally, at long last it seems, we are ready to go to Annak-khurfu. And I think we have enough time today to just reach the camp and make ourselves comfortable in there. We only need to plant one more banner, which it's really not that far. And you can see there Annak-khurfu in the distance. We can also take a picture of it from a better angle as soon as we can. And here we go, a good place for a banner. Oh, with the sunset and everything, what a great picture this is. So telling. The banner of the Gabil'akkâ, well, not before the mountain home, but on its way to the mountain home. Oh, what a good picture that is. Edible indigo leaf. Yeah, really, I don't know what's up with it. Oh, wow. I missed the turn to Annak-khurfu. How exactly? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Was a U-turn alongside the road. That explains it. That explains a lot. The impressive dwarf ruins of Annak-khurfu loom overhead, but you see no sign of Glowing. The stronghold is filled with many dwarves from across the lands. I'll take your word on that, because we have not entered Annak-khurfu yet. An artifact chest, we can do without that. Ah, but what about the legacy of Durin? Enter the war camp. Okay, we gotta enter the fortress, I guess. Take a look at this. Annak-khurfu. We have arrived, it seems. So, first things first, we're gonna grab the stable master in here. There is a milestone, but I believe that one is inside the fortress, so that one will have to wait a little bit.
Our need is dire.
Ah, there you are. What took you so long? Did Rusat put you to work at the Rush Gate? Ah, I knew it. Does he not know that time is of the utmost importance in order for the Gabil'akkâ to succeed? Now then, enough idle chatter. There is much to be done here at Annak-khurfu. I know that I can count on you, Beriathan. That is why I'm giving you these important tasks. Come talk to me again when you have completed them. So, Mother Amma, Gumbald, Lukach, and Lassie, all of those guys are inside. Most of them, I believe. Yeah. We have Agator in here. He will give us...
Our need is dire.
This is actually just a vector back to LOTRO in Mist Hollow so that you can start the second portion of his quest in case you forgot. I decided to get this quest because on one hand, the first time I didn't do it because I took the quest with LOTRO directly and that overrides this quest. But on the other hand, it also seems like a natural progression coming to Annak-khurfu and then Agator sending you there. Even though it's also backtracking, but it has a purpose, I believe. Anyway, here we also have Lukach. Okay, one of the quests that we need to complete for Agator's wrapper. And as you can see in here, we have our plate full, and we will soon have even more to do. When we enter Annak-khurfu, we'll meet a lot of people and we'll talk to a lot of other people as well. So I think this is a good place as any to end today's episode. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.